What's up YouTube? Today I'm gonna show you a little bit of some Alliance Inside gameplay with Memento against the other decks. I'm trying out some different cards right now in the main deck and in the side deck, and I thought I can show you some games. I think I got 3 replays I wanna show you. It's 2 versus Malice and 1 against Mitsurugi if I remember correctly. And yeah, it's not, some of them are not that interesting I think, but I just wanted to show you what I play and sometimes how I played it out, and if I can explain something, and yeah, and if you have any questions to the replays or the things I show you, just don't mind asking them in the comment. I will answer everything I can, and yeah, I don't forget to subscribe of course, and I'll try to do stuff like this often in the future, just to give you some insight on the gameplay of the deck. So yeah, okay, let's just start. I'm going second against Malice. He won the die roll, and I'm currently trying to out the main deck the Perulia with the rise of Mitsurugi Riser being probably the better deck after Wisest Providence and the first national in Europe. So and at this point I just skipped his turn because he had too much names on the hand, like March Hare and the Edignister. And yeah, my hand was pretty good actually, but to be honest, I fumbled it a little bit because I thought I don't want to give him so much draws with the Perulia, and that was probably wrong to start with the Bone Party, because I just could have normal Sleepy, and if he imperms, he get a draw, and then I could use the Bone Party. But you will see, this was not that great. But yeah, I directly after the game 1, I found a way, why should I why did I play it like this? And yeah, it's pretty okay. The Twin Dragon Imperm hurts very much, and I at this point had to special summon Tatsuna Shiko, which I wanted to don't do to give him more draws, and there was a way how to play, but as you can see, I got stopped right here. So yeah, I was hoping if I do this, he has no extender. And yeah, he has, and that's basically over. I'm about to scoop right now, and yeah, but I'm still managed to win the game because game 1 I played out really bad. But yeah, and I'm post siding, of course, all the Malice hate going in, and you can see my hand is pretty garbage actually. Bone Party is the only play, and I was okay. But he was starting with the Dormouse and the White Rabbit, and again I was hoping he has no extender. If yes, this would have been game. And in the end phase I used the Garura to draw and even get a breakout to get a Goblin. But I'm gonna pause a little bit, and saved basically my next turn play, but he ashed that, so I just get the draw. But with 2 never draws, there's a high chance of drawing an extender, so it was good anyways. And with this hand going second, I was pretty confident because I got 2 outs, 1 starter, 1 extender, and a discard for the Chaos Hunter. So yeah, and this is going to be a very interesting match I think, because I managed to OTK even through some interruptions, which is to be honest, I haven't played it that well. I think there could have been lines that I could have played better. But you just see him comboing a little bit. But yeah, then the Chaos Hunter just stops everything, and discarding the Goblin was actually smart because I could use the Anguish to Reborn. And to be honest, if he would have used the Impulse on the Anguish, I would just pass, because I could have still used the Fusion to pop the Chaos Hunter to still play, but there was still an Imperm and the GWC. And with the GWC, you could have reborn the White Rabbit and then get the trapped for another banish. So I still had to play through an Imperm and the banish and the Nibiru and the Vistil in the hand, with just a fusion. And probably this wouldn't be that great, I think. So yeah, because the fusion could have bring me into the Twin Dragon or the Creation King, but I think that would have been a pretty good impulse. Even if the impulse or the fusion is of course very, very great too. But then the fusion, never mind, the fusion would have even got in the graveyard with the, if the Anguish couldn't summon the Goblin. So I would have just passed. Like I got Lancea and Chaos Hunter in the end, which is pretty good to like another turn skip. But Itatsu is dead. I cannot normal summon him because I normal the language, and I cannot special summon him because I control a non-Memento monster. So this was like pretty would have been a pretty good input, or like even better, a pretty good imperm on the language, because like your turn of 2 effects, I miss a search and the reborn effect, and he already knew I got a level 1 in the graveyard for a target for the language, so the imperm would have probably been like very good. But yeah, as you see, I like still play a little bit, pop the sleepy, so I could have got like the migration in the graveyard because the Twin Dragon doesn't resolve, and then pop it, special the body on the, and the idea was like, okay, I've got game because like I'm just gonna go SP and like force out the nip, but it wasn't like that bad. I was actually thinking of like dropping the Chaos Hunter here, but I was like, okay, there's the GWC and like 2 unknown cards in hand. No, actually 1 unknown card because I knew the field spell, and yeah, but I think using the Magnamut was actually, it was right to like try to survive, but actually it like cost him the game in the end. You will even see that like because of the Magnamut I get, okay, never mind, he couldn't like even play it. I forgot that, but you could have also like used the GWC to rebuild the red ransom, but like thanks to this I get the command creation and reborn the language, and with them I was able to like build a an SP Knight, and I was like asking some stuff and reborn the dark, get the dark to like bait out the DWC, and then I was like asking to read the card just to make sure, and then like bait out the trap, and then banish this and this so he cannot get rid of my combined creation. And this was just game on board because I can give piercing damage and he can attack all. Like the plan was just to get rid of my whole board so he can attack everything, because like even if he would have been at 8k, this is 3-7. No, actually 4-7, my bad. 2k and 2-5, and those are like over 4, and those are together are like over 4k, so would have been game even with the 300 life points. So, and if you like special summons the Mal chair, it would have been like even easier. So yeah, that was just game. And yeah, I'll just open the second replay I got for you, and this is again against Malice, and I'm going second again. No, actually, the last game I did first, and he just used the MTP to search, and then dropped the Perulia, and this time I did not start with the bomb party. This game was actually right after the other match, and so I decided like to play it out different this time, and then use the Tatsu, like give him some draws. Like the only thing I was feared of was like Nibiru, because under Nibiru there are like, you're not really gonna OTK under Nibiru, and I just chained the fusion to the Fuvulos, so he cannot get a draw of that, because like after Imperm on the Tatsu you probably have to always get into your Twin Dragon. Even like this is one of the ways to punish your opponent for like Imperming the Tatsu on summon. I didn't even use like the Bone Party because I knew, okay, I just got a fusion, so I go in fusion and Twin Dragon, revive the Tatsu, and I can still use him. And yeah, he used the Ash Blossom on the Twin Dragon, and I still could have played a little bit. I didn't get the Bone Party or Fusion because Bone Party is already in my hand and the Fusion I already used, and like dump some shit, and then the field spell can reborn, pop this, send this, and I think I'm not gonna give him like a single draw of that, but I'm not sure actually, because like this is 5k, and the idea was, okay, in battle phase he cannot draw it. He can draw it, but it wouldn't matter. And I'm just gonna like special sleepy from this, and then go into Creation King. And I, for a moment, thought I fumbled, because I could have like let this on field to like get the reborn if he uses stuff. I noticed after, but it wouldn't like matter anyway. You can see that. So I'm attacking, and he's using Magnamut, and we're not sure here if I can like use this stuff on res, but anyways, I could have just chained the Bone Party to the Magnamut effect, to still get the replay of the Creation King and then like attack directly, because then the chain of triggers happens and it doesn't matter. And then in game 2 you will see me going second again, and I opened Chaos Hunter and Fuvolos, and I decided to like drop Fuvolos, so like to I was pretty sure he goes into the Lingoribo, because White Rabbit is, if he sets the GWC, either got a trap hard draw or like having the Ignister in the hand. And I'm dropping Fuvolos because if he sets a card and that's a trap, I'm pretty sure it's the trap that's special from the deck. Even if people are cutting it, there are still some people around playing it. And yeah, he ashed that, and I instantly like dropped the Chaos Hunter because I knew he probably cannot play that much, and I discarded Diffusion because Diffusion can, like, in worst case scenarios, can still pop the Chaos Hunter, and the Diffusion was dead anyways because there's no other Memento name in my hand. And then he pops, and that was okay because like this extender was dead then, and he told, and he just scoops because he threw up, and yeah. So basically two very very quick replays, I think, and yeah, I think like Malice is pretty good, but there are just too many hours to it post game 2 or 3 post siding, because like you can theoretically play 9 blowouts, or like if you count Fuvolos with it, like 12, because you can play 3 Fuvolos, 3 Meowths, 3 Chaos Hunter, and 3 Lancea if you want to fit that many cards, but you have to like fit some in the side deck for like Mitsurugi and Malice, because you can play like stuff like Chaos Hunter or Lancea in the main deck, because then you get punished if you play like against like a Mitsurugi, but your main deck is set up for Malice. That's why I play like most generic stuff in the main deck. And yeah, he starts with the Extravagance. This is Mitsurugi pure, by the way, and as you can see, he bricked. And I decided to use the Extravagance even if it's not like revealing anything about the deck, but it's just like a +1, and I was like thinking, okay, I don't want to give my opponent that double draw, and was like, Ash Blossom is like the only really hand I'm playing in the deck right now, if you like don't count the Mulch armies. So basically, I was just like, this is a +1 on its own, and like everything else would have been just a 1-for-1 trade. So and it even was good because like he couldn't play, and yeah, I played a little bit, rebonded, getting Diffusion, and then he like bailed Diffusion, which is okay because like we still got some extenders in the hand, and he drew, and we dump 2 cards. The Getty comes, gets the Schleppy. I mean, you know that line. It's basically because Diffusion didn't resolve. It's basically just like Tatsu combo. And he draws, but he cannot use the next Fuvolos. And I light the Combined and the Horn Dragon. And I just summoned like the Goblin Bag, going into SP. And yeah, those 2 come down. And was just going for Battle Phase. Because like even if there was a nib, I could have dodged and still got the Sleepbone Party in the hand as an interruption, and of course the Combined Creation to Reborn. And then the next game I dropped the Perulia, and you will see that he like gives me no draws, and I'm still like considering if I play the Droll or the Perulia for Mitsurugi, but I think Perulia like feels better, because if they commit into it you get more cards, and if you just roll them, the Rising version can just build a Baguska, and if you do not draw like Super Poly or Droplet, you cannot out Baguska. And yeah, that's the idea behind the Perulia. But like one advantage of Droll is you can also side it in for go first, which makes your board like pretty much unbeatable. If you have full board and Mitsurugi tries to play in it and you have Droll in the hand, you can't lose, because they can play and they still have your interrupts on the board. So and this hand was pretty good again. And I was hoping that he's using the Murokumo so I can discard the Akihiron, because I want this card in the graveyard. I can still pop it with the Bone Party, of course, but like if it's in the graveyard, it can special summon at any point, which is like better. And he like instantly used the Omnigate, which I think is, I don't know if it's right to like use your Omnigate for the Tatsu. I mean, it's a good card, but there are probably better cards to like negate with the Omnigate. But I mean, he still has the players to like reborn this and the Droll and the Nibiru, so probably it was just like a good idea. And yeah, I'm gonna lose this match anyway, so I think he did the right thing, obviously. And then I used the Akiran summon effect, so I could theoretically OTK, even if this like, I forgot that this like makes my monsters weaker, so like those two weren't like the big two monsters wouldn't be like 8k, so this would have been like pretty bad actually. And he used this, and I cannot resolve Sleepy, which is like pretty okay. And actually, I should have like chained the mirror to this, but yeah. And the fusion resolves. Get into the Creation King, dump some shit. The Getic triggers. Getting back the Horn Dragon. Going into SP Little Knight, and then he will nib me. After I call Battle Phase, of course. And I get rid of those two. And I was like, okay, I got like a decent board. And I actually thought it was like game because of those two being like really strong, but I forgot that he didn't tribute those. Otherwise, this token would have probably wouldn't be in attack. And like the thing is, he plays. You will see it in the chat if you're like looking for it. He plays one card of this and he put it back, and I thought like there's no way you play more of this, and he drew it. And I looked up in the log to see if like he shuffled his deck, and he did. I just like overlooked it, and yeah, that was like pretty weird. But like we had a conversation over this, so that was okay. Because like this wins him the game on the spot because he like gets the Murakumo off instantly. And I should have probably just started with Combined Creation effect to Reborn, and then the Bone Party to like bait out the Murakumo. But I don't know. I'm like the board is gone anyways, and there's nothing I can do, so I just scooped. And I'm going first. And yeah, you will see him draw Perulia, Nibiru, and yeah, some engine. And in my hand it's like Goblin, Feed Spell, Fusion, Droplet, Breakout, which is like not that great, but it's like playable. And you dump some shit and then like do full Goblin combo. So like basically normally I send the Getic with the Fusion if you have another name in the hand, because it's just like better because you got an extended play if the Getic gets stopped, which can happen. But in this case I had the Fusion and I don't want multiple copies in my hand of it to play like a round hand trap. Like if I summon the Sleepy and the Sleepy gets negated, or I activate the Fusion and the Fusion is negated, I would have like, this would have been the Fusion, and this card is dead because it got negated, and this card is dead, and I have 3 cards in the hand that like I have to deal with, and those, I started with Goblin, so this is basically dead. This is a non-engine card, it's also dead, and the Feed Spell is a weird extender, which you sometimes even side out, but not for go first. I like to keep it in going first. And yeah, then you just go like for the combo, grab the Horn Dragon and the Tatsu for an extender, and then reborn the Sleepy, or deactivating the Feed Spell. I try to play around Perulia as well as possible, because like with some hands the Perulia lands are like really weird, because like the one card like Anguish or Darkblade are really easy, but like sometimes the Goblin combo is like pretty weird because you have to normal it, you have to specially Sleepy, and yeah, I think I played it out really good, because like he's gonna nip right here, I think. Yeah, exactly. I used the, oh, where he did. I'm not sure where he nipped. Oh yeah, he tried to nib on the end board. Actually, yeah. And I added one Tatsu in the moment where I forgot I had already a Tatsu in the hand, which obviously would have been like was stupid. And there was a time where I think I pulled out a maze, which was pretty dumb actually, because the maze in the hand would have been like very good, and then he nips and the SP gets like away, which is like fine. SP is just there to dodge the nip and she does her job. So the only thing I was scared of with this end board is like Super Poly, because pure Mitsurugi can play it, because the extra deck is like, it doesn't matter for the deck. and that's why you also play Extravagance. But like you can do with Super Poly, you can go into Mad Dragon with those because they're both Earth but different types, of course. And then he drop decks the Purulia, that card, and this is also a dead card, so 2 cards are dead. And I use the Goblin because I don't want him to like have anything that targets my monsters and get rid of it. Like you will see what he do to like get rid of cards, I guess, but they are all untargetable, so it's fine. And he summons the Murakumo, and I baited out the negate, so if he reborns it, it is away, and then dropped it. And I wanted to like bait it out with Bone Party because then I can like send a spell with Droplet without like being worried to like him being able to dodge it with prayers. Because if I would have just, for example, if I send Itatsu, he chains prayers and the Droplet is like dead, and that's not what we want. And that's why I decided to discard a spell. And I could have like just not used the Bone Party, but I was hoping he was using the Murakumo negate, so if he summoned it back, he's nothing I need to worry about, basically. And then I summoned the Sleepy, not using the effect. I was just sending a card that's good to pop with the Horn Dragon, and it's like the best cards to pop with Horn Dragon are like Sleepy and Akihiron because they trigger when they are popped, or Gatic, because like you can summon Gatic, add something back, and then pop it with Horn Dragon, and he comes back again for a body, which is like insane actually, because like you just pop 2 cards from your opponent without like getting rid of your own stuff. Yeah, but I sent it the Sleepy because like the Sleepy can now instantly send me the Gatic and grab the Sleepy back. And yeah, that's like a case that can happen actually sometimes. Like your board is gonna be full on your opponent's turn, even if you get like mipped or something, the token is gonna be there. And yeah, but that doesn't matter because you can get rid of your own board with the Creation King, or like the Fusion, which you will see. And then he goes into Dynamondo and was like trying to get rid of the Fusion, and that's not like that bad. And actually, I will go for Guardian Camera here, pop 1, draw 2. Which is like bad because you cannot draw into some stuff actually because you're not playing hand traps. I think the only hand trap going in the main deck for going first is like Ash Blossom because of the Charmies. But I didn't want it to go into Dracostapelia because I haven't used the Creation King yet. And yeah, and they made a conversation about it. The diffusion goes back, and like his hand was basically dead, I think. Or was it? I think he hasn't used the mirror to bring back, or like, let's see, I'm not sure if it's game. Okay, it's basically game over. I'm not sure actually if he used the mirror. I think not. He still could have used Prey as a mirror, but there's like no way he can play this out. He has to like use those to play, and I still have like pop 4. And he cannot kill my board because it's 5k and he already used the Raigeki effect. So yeah, it's pretty tough for him. But it was a nice game, and even like discarded pure because like it's a searchable kaiju. And yeah, I hope I could have like showed you some insights in my gameplay of Memento. And yeah, if you have any questions for like plays or something, I hope it wasn't too fast because mostly I got like fast forward because like in play it's too slow for me. And yeah, if you have any questions, like I said, let's ask them in the comments. And yeah, I try to make more videos of this, and for like, to be honest, I have no idea how many videos will come the next days or weeks because I'm pretty busy right now. And yeah, anyways, hope you liked it. Like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.